defense. There were 4 guys that played defense for the Lions last night. Think about this. That were not Detroit Lions 1 week ago today. 1 week ago today. They were not Detroit Lions. Last night, 3 of them started. You had guys that played significant snaps defensively that have been here for less than a week. Less than a week. Jonah Williams started and played 25 snaps. Miles Adams played 19 snaps at edge rusher. Jamal Adams played 8 snaps, started the game. It's crazy. But Quan Alexander played 17 snaps. It's amazing. Miles Adams, did I mention him? 19 snaps. These are guys that have been here for less than a week. Less than a week. And what did the Lions do? They beat one of the better teams in the NFC, a division team, a team that was going to give Detroit their best punch. And look, over the years, let me just say this about Green Bay, okay? I'm enjoying beating them, and we've really talked about trying to send a message. And the reason you send a message, what does it really do? Well, teams that are doing what the Lions are doing are teams that are around to stay. These are teams that are going to compete for Super Bowls when you're winning multiple back-to-back division championships. And they haven't done it yet, but they have a chance to do it. And yesterday they took a big step towards doing exactly that. So here are the Lions at 12-1. And look, all the analytics stuff, I heard Wojo in the Fox 2 pregame there with the Birchie Kid and TJ representing for our station, looking great guys. And they dress up nicely, don't they? Wojo was the one that said the whole analytics thing. They have 80% chance at the 1 seed with a win and 40-something% chance of the 1 seed with a loss. Even with a loss, they would still be the favorite by the analytics to win the 1 seed. But now they're in great shape. They're in great shape to win the 1 seed. And we all know the significance of that. There are a lot of teams last night that found themselves rooting for the Green Bay Packers. And look, the Packers are good. They're really, really good. And Jordan Love is really, really good. But simply put, right now, they're not as good as the Detroit Lions. Not as good as the Detroit Lions. I have a lot of respect for that team and that organization. They have run this division for 20 years. But the Lions are doing a lot of stuff to let the Packers know that the run is over. It is their division now. And got to close the deal. There's a lot they got to finish the job. And I heard that a lot last night in the postgame. Finish the job. Got to finish the job. There's still work to be done. But man, did they nut up and make some plays last night, didn't they? With the game on the line, specifically offensively, they made some plays. And they did enough defensively. Like, credit the guys that were out there battling to make plays defensively. There's some interesting trends from that game defensively. But most importantly, in the end, the Lions use all 3 phases to win the game and survive in advance. And look, they should get healthier. They should get guys back. When you talk about guys that are not on the IR, but just out, because, we all saw what happened last night. Brian Branch has to leave the game late. That was cramping. Lee McNeil had concussion protocol stuff. I read concussion protocol. They were very specific. It was head injury during the game, but they weren't calling it a concussion. DJ Reader was out. He should be back. Levi Onwuzurike out, should be back. Josh Pascal out, should be back. Eman should be back. Taylor Decker should be back. Other guys, do they get Derek Barnes back? Do they get Rakestraw back? Do they get Malifonwu back? Do they get Alex Anzalone back before the end of the regular season? Jalen Reeves-Maben. There are guys that can come back and help this defense. Because when the Lions are firing on all cylinders and they bring the roster, the whole roster, nobody brings the whole roster to a fight, but when they bring more than they've got to a fight, that's when they start to look like that any given Sunday proof team. The one that can and will beat all the teams they should beat, and can and will act and execute as if they're the best team in the NFL. But, as you sat there and watched the game last night, And you see more guys get hurt. When Aleem get hurt, Kevin Zeitler ended up in the tent. Brant's got some cramps late, and you're just like, come on, man. I mean, it's if there weren't so much on the line, and they keep pushing up against the boundaries of what they are expected to do and keep winning games without their starting players, it's almost comical how many guys have been hurt. Like that stat yesterday, that the team with the second most defensive players on the injured reserve, I think it was the Rams with 7, and the Lions have 13. Almost twice as many. So you go, all right, there's skill involved, there's luck involved. They're not doing this with any luck because they've had bad luck. They've had bad luck as it pertains to injuries. They still get the job done. What a win. And I know if you were there last night, would love to hear from the people that were there on the elite, what appeared to be an elite atmosphere at Ford Field.